Now the time has come to introduce to you a gal that was on my very first show 30 years ago. And that's why I'm happy to have her here, because she's still hot. But back then, I called her the Sassy Señorita. Now, I call her the Grande Dame of New Mexico comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, put them all together for Goldie Garcia.
Hey people, how are you? Good? Yeah! You having fun? Yeah! I am so glad you came out tonight to give us moral support. Well, my name is Goldie Garcia. Thank you, hi. I'm a native New Mexican. By applause, how many people are native New Mexicans? Which means we don't have car insurance. Or a job with benefits, okay? And I'm a valley girl. By applause, how many people are valley people? There we go. Which then again means I have a brother that'll shank you. You know, I often get referred to as being called a hot tamale. And I get really upset. Where does this term come from? You know where? White guys. You know? I couldn't see us giving us our own name, a hot tamale, a food. You don't hear them saying about women, like from Asian women, you don't hear them saying about a food to give them a nickname like Asian women. Ooh, yum yum dim sum. Or what about Native American women? You don't hear them saying, ooh, check out the beautiful eyes on that sizzling fried bread. A hot tamale, where did they come up with this term? You don't hear Latino men saying about white women, ooh, check out the legs on that green bean casserole. Thanks, I'll be here all night long. White people, just teasing. Just teasing, just teasing. I'm a mix, okay? I'm a mutt. I've got Mexican, Italian, and Polish in me, so I bet you didn't know that well. People are like, what kind of Mexican are you? You know those little La Raza people? Well, what kind of Mexican are you? I'll tell you what kind, whitewashed, okay? Well, I used to live back in Boston. Bostonians don't consider New Mexico state. Do you realize that? Yeah, so to visualize New Mexico in New Englanders' minds, I had to tell them that New Mexico is a place where they filmed the Roadrunner cartoons. Meet me. And I am an educated woman. Actually, I do have a diploma from Harvard University hanging on my wall. Thank you. You didn't know that, huh? Yeah, you know, I'm from South Broadway, people. You know South Broadway? The Espanola part of Albuquerque? Yeah, I have this diploma from Harvard University hanging on my wall. Yeah. I swiped it off my gynecologist wall. With my feet. Keeping it clean. I'm supposed to. But I made it to Hollywood this year. Can you believe you got a little South Broadway girl with a fake Harvard degree made it to Hollywood as brand ambassador for PepsiCo's Manzanita Sol, which means apple of the mountain. And I had to go to this big press thing in Hollywood, and I had a guy, a limo, pick me up at the airport with my name on an Etch-a-Sketch, you know? And they had this, and you know, when you go to Hollywood, the first thing you do, people, is pack your Spanx, okay? I packed my Spanx, I'm headed to Hollywood. And I had to pose next to this beautiful, young, 18-year-old, like 6'2" Pepsi model. Beautiful clothes, and that Spanx came in handy because when they started taking pictures, I just pulled the Spanx over my face, okay? And then I flew in with these two gay guys from New York, Mexican-American. They picked like 5 people to represent. I was the only woman to represent the region. And they're like, oh, we came in on Virgin Airlines. We came in on Virgin Airlines. They paid for everything, the movie, the drinks, everything. Do you have Virgin Airlines in New Mexico? I'm like, hell, we don't even have virgins. Except me, but yeah, sure. But I've had a real exciting life. I met the Prince of Spain, and I used to be involved with the, I used to write for the Tribune. And I went to one of these as a columnist, I went to one of these fancy events, and I met the Prince of Spain. And as I was shaking his hand, suddenly it was like, bodyguard, bodyguard, and the bodyguard had me out in the lobby. And he looks at me, and I already had like 2, 3, 4, 5 tequilas under my Spanx, okay? And I was like looking at the bodyguard, tall, dark, handsome. He says, I'm from Madrid. I'm the bodyguard to the prince. And I said, oh, Madrid, you mean that cute little mountain, cute little town right over the mountains by the Sandias? And he looked at me and said, man, this girl looks like she's got the brain the size of a piñon. And then my mom always said, when you dream, dream big. So I elbowed him. I said, why don't you set me up with the prince? And he looked down at me. My hair was black then. He looked down at me and said, he likes blondes. And suddenly, I feel I'm a sophisticated woman. I'm educated. I have a spa pass, a subscription to TV Guide, and I cut my own hair, you know? So when he said he likes blondes, suddenly the sophisticated woman got all body. She goes, oh, no, you didn't. I said, what kind of name is Felipe anyway? If he don't date brunettes, I don't date guys named Felipe. Felipe sounds like something your grandma would tell your grandpa on the way home from work. Be sure to Felipe up the car with gas on the way home, okay? And see, Latinas don't like when you're a Mexican-American woman and you go cheap-looking peroxide blonde. Oh, they get mad. Oh, they're like, they forget my name suddenly. They're like, Güera, Blondie, where's my Mary Kay? And I'm like, Grandma, oldie but goodie, I'll have your order on Friday, all right? See, they don't understand, like, when you have cheap-looking peroxide blonde on your hair as a Mexican-American woman, but hey, you tried growing up when your only role model was Charro. Well, I live in the International District. Anybody here from the war zone? Thank God. That's why you're still alive, okay? But they're changing it from the war zone to the International District, and you know why? Because we get drugs from throughout the world there, okay? Via UPS. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing my UPS guy is here to God, okay? He's got the prettiest legs in summer. You know what Brown can do for you is Brown can quit waking me up during my nap, okay, to deliver a package, all right? So I'm a North Valley girl originally, and in order to tell a date how to get to my home, I'd say you turn right off Rio Grande onto Griegos past the ditch. Everybody in the North Valley lives by the ditch, right? Well, I'm in the Southeast Heights. I'm near San Mateo and Zuni. So when I have a date pick me up, I'm like, hey, first you start at San Mateo and Zuni, and you follow the little ice cream guy playing the music to Cops, okay? You get to Catherine, you make a left on Catherine, you pass the Dairy Queen, you pass the hooker in the pink skirt, you make a ride at the crack addict holding a stolen bike, okay? You make a ride at the crack addict and you go all the way down to the burning dumpster, all right? I live across the street from the eternal burning dumpster. This dumpster could replace the Olympic torch and be hauled from city to city by stiletto-wearing crack hoes, okay? And the women love having the firemen in our neighborhood. Oh my God, when the firemen, and they are so cute. Any firemen here? Woo, woo, woo! Man, they're so handsome. I'm thinking, who had the contract to hire the firemen for Albuquerque? Chippendales? Nobody gets that joke. Chippendales? And when I bought my little fourplex, I have a fourplex. When I have a fourplex there, I invested in a bulletproof kimono, okay? I live right at the corner of Smith and Wesson, to give you an idea. Oh, he's a firefighter. Well, okay, then I may have seen you there. Women love the firefighters in our neighborhood. As soon as the firemen are there, they're out there in their kimonos like, hey, do you want a cup of coffee, coffee, coffee? And you know why they're chasing the firemen? Because they got a pension. Right? And I'm there trying to compete. I'm like using my white, I have a white picket fence. Of course it has bull holes in it, okay? But I'm with my white picket fence giving them a lap dance, you know, in my Kevlar kimono, you know? And I'm using like the stop sign pole as a stripper pole. Woo! I might forget that fire in the dumpster across the street because I have a 5-alarm fire right here in my pantalones. Well, okay, you guys got me for 5 more minutes. I'm not a big fan of Taco Bell. How many people? No. No, by applause. I was raised on real Mexican food, people. Yeah, by applause. How many? New Mexican food. Yeah. Fried bologna sandwiches. I'm speaking the language now. And New Mexico, that's what I said, fireman. Isn't there a fire somewhere? Right here, my pantalones. Okay, so, hecklers, oh my God. Okay, so let's continue on. So, I swear, it is dangerous. People think that Southeast Heights is dangerous. Go anywhere in Albuquerque. I went to the Smiths on Carlisle and Constitution. There was like this little cholita in the parking lot after I was coming out. She's like, excuse me, were you checking out my man? And I knew she was a cholita because she had eyeliner from here to Cuesta, okay? And women, you know how you can't get your eyeliner on straight? The other was like from here to Chilili. And she said, were you checking out my man? And I go, checking out your man? How? I was checking out every man, okay? That's why they call me a cougar. And I put my hand on her shoulder and said, you get your hands off me or I will kick your ass right now. Her words, not mine. And I thought, she wants to kick mine behind? I'm educated with a degree from Harvard from South Broadway. Hell, I'll kick her ass at a game of Scrabble. And then he started wrangling her like a mixed pit bull chihuahua into the truck. And I was like, you don't even belong in this neighborhood, chola. And as soon as he put the child locks on the door, I said it 4 or 5 times, chola, chola, chola. And I went to the front of the truck and I spanked my skinny flat butt and I gave her the New Mexico bird. And right at that moment I realized I too didn't belong in that neighborhood. Like what neighborhood? Well, I used to be married. Can you believe a man wanted me permanently? I can't, but evidently not because now I'm divorced. But I remember that one last night I was lying in bed with my husband feeling really sexy, wearing my Victoria's Secret multi-layered thermal underwear. And he was begging me to make it a night he could remember, and I did. He was begging me. And I did. I jumped out of bed and took the house, car, and kids. Adios, amigo. I won't be back. But see, I've been single, out of choice, no kids, out of choice, but I have dogs. I thought dogs would be easier than men. But I got all those dogs that are waiting to get on my UPS guy. You look like a turkey leg to them when you come to the door. And it seems like with my 6 rescue dogs all day long, I'm like twerking. You know, I'm twerking. I'm picking up doggy toys. I'm twerking, putting down doggy food. And one day I realized, man, I bent over more for these dogs than I did for my ex-husband. Maybe if I twerked more for him, I'd still be married, huh? Who knew I had it in me, huh? Well, I always feel like I want to get like huge hooters, you know? Breast implants, but they're dangerous. I mean, I think in the DuPont labs that develop breast implants, what did they use for dummies? I mean, test dummies. I'm thinking, gee, little white mice. Can you imagine a little white mouse on that treadmill thinking, gee, I wonder where they're going to get me a jogging bra. And how am I going to explain these breasts to my wife? See, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind getting breast implants if the doctor could put little zippers here. And if my boyfriend would play with my tits, I'd get him out, toss him on the bed. Bye, I'm going to go play bingo. You play with my tits, not with my head, okay? And see, we're always enhancing our body, women, to keep our man, you know, from looking at other women. You know, they're going to look anyway, right? Especially the girls wearing a diaper. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that? Cochinas. But, strong. I'll go to confession, okay? But, back to, now they have like the water bra. So women don't get breast implants and they still feel voluptuous and sexy. And I was at the country western bar and they were dancing to that song, Bullshit, you know? That classy song, Cotton Eye Joe, Bullshit. And they actually served me Grand Marnier when I first came back from Boston. They served me Grand Marnier cold in a plastic cup. And I took it back to the bartender and gave it. He says, what do you think this is, the Ritz? And I'm like, no, I know it's not the Ritz, okay? So I saw this handsome cowboy cross the room. And I was wearing my water bra and I had to go across the dance floor, bullshit. And I tripped and hydroplaned out the door. Well, thank you. My name is Goldie Garcia. Adios. Bye-bye. Thank you.